Hi everyone, Mikey79 here and welcome to this new deck tech video of Magic Duels. As you guys can see, I got an Esper build for you today, and it's actually the one that I used way back in the tournament. I don't know which one again. I think Shadows over Innistrad or something. Anyway, I rebuilt it completely. It's got some old cards still in it, of course, but with the addition of a market and some other expansions, it was time to update this one. And after that Simic ramp build, I needed to play some control, some Uber control, and yeah, nothing is more controlly than Esper, I guess. So let's check out what I've brewed up with. So we start off with Fatal Push, 3 copies, single black removal spell. You guys know this one by now. Destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less, and if you get Revolt, it is converted mana cost 4 or less. So pretty decent, cheap removal spell. Then still in his Vryn's Prodigy, still great Planeswalker out there, and with all of the instants and sorceries, his Planeswalker's side second ability is definitely relevant. Just a nice Planeswalker to have around. Blessed Alliance, I find it also still very relevant actually. The life gain is very relevant in this deck because it's the only way to gain some life. And of course, if we can sacrifice an annoying creature, if we can make our opponent sacrifice an annoying creature, that is, that's a very welcome ability. Then pull from tomorrow from a market. Yeah, instant speed, draw X cards and then discard a single one. Yeah, the later the game, the better this one becomes. Pretty damn good card, maybe even the best card of that expansion. Telling Time is still in for 2 mana. It's cheap and you can look at the top 3 cards of your library, put something in your hand, something on top and something on the bottom. So it's a great, cheap spell to make sure that your next draw is what you need and to draw an extra card. Then Censor, you guys know I don't like to play counters, but yeah, this one's just too good to not to play it. Usually when your opponent plays some magic and he sees that you're playing Esper, then he's gonna keep a mana open because he probably knows you're playing Censor. So you're slowing him down basically because he doesn't spend that mana. And if you need to draw an extra card, you can cycle this one. And just awesome. If you need that land or whatever you need, you can get it quicker with Censor. Then yeah, Kefnet the Mindful. Many people don't like this guy. I do. I think he's pretty awesome actually. I don't think you have to look at him as a creature per se. He's just a draw engine for 4 mana. You draw an extra card, that's it. And if you can swing with him or block with him once in a while, that's just a good extra. But just don't try to think of him as a creature. Then I still play 2 copies of Reflector Mage. It's just a great bounce spell. Only one of the few creatures that I play actually. We can bounce a creature back and your opponent isn't able to play it next turn. So yeah, pretty awesome spell. Awesome creature. Then Anguished Unmaking, still one of the best removal spells out there, spot removals that is. So he's you just have to play this one. You can exile almost everything except lands. And you lose 3 life, but usually that's not a big deal. Then Gideon of the Trials, a Planeswalker that many people don't like neither. I like to play cards that people don't like. For 3 mana, double white and a colorless, we get a 3 counter Planeswalker. And it's actually, most of the time, it's for his first ability that I play it. You can basically shut down a creature, and if that's a big one that you can't get rid of immediately, that could be very welcome in a control deck like this. Sometimes we were able to swing with him if there's not a creature around, or the emblem. Yeah, maybe if we can prolong the game even better so. Then Liliana, last Ob, 3 mana, still one of the better planeswalkers, cheap, removal. Yeah, the -2 is something that we won't be using a lot here. Basically, we just want a player go up to 7, sack her, and get the emblem, and usually that's good game. Then cast out, also a new card from a market, flash speed, so that means that we can play it on instant speed. 4 mana enchantment, and we can exile every non-land permanent from our opponent until this one leaves the battlefield. And it's got cycling as well, so if you don't need it, you can draw an extra card. Then we get to our board's wipes here. Languish, still one of the better ones. It's a bit of discussion with Yahini's expertise, but to be quite honest, what are you going to play with the Yahini's expertise? Spot removal probably isn't necessary. Pull from tomorrow, you're not gonna play it. So it's a telling time, or maybe one of these two walkers. That would be the dream scenario, of course. But I think the extra -1/-1 is more relevant than the cascade effect from Yahini's expertise in this case. Then the Planar Outburst for 5 mana, we probably do an all board wipe, except for the lands, and maybe we can even awaken a land. So still the board wipe of Magic Duels. Then we get to our Planeswalkers, Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. Still great in my opinion, 5 mana, +1 scry and draw a card, -2 we bounce a creature, or -8 we get an emblem that's gonna annoy our opponent to hell and probably wins us the game. Ob Nixilis, still great card, card advantage, spot removal, and yeah, also game winning emblem. Yeah, Sorin, it's been a long time that I played him actually. 6 mana, big fat planeswalker with 6 counters. First ability, card advantage, bit of the same actually, card advantage, board control. And yeah, the -9, it's something that I never use actually. Yeah, the first 2 are enough. And then an awesome addition from a market, Cruel Reality, 7 mana enchantment. We're gonna enchant a player. He's gonna have to sack a planeswalker or a creature every turn, and if he can't, he loses 5 life. So if he doesn't deal with this, it's good game. Never return to get rid of those planeswalkers or an annoying creature, and even exile something if necessary, and get a 2/2 black zombie in return. And then 1 copy of Commit, of course. We get to put a target spell or non-land permanent onto its owner's library, second from the top, and if it's a really annoying card, we can shuffle both players' hands and graveyards into their library and draw 7 cards. Gotta be careful with that one though. Usually you wanna play that if your opponent has plenty of cards in his hands or something like that. You always wanna get more card advantage out of it than your opponent does. And then for the lands, as you can see, we play 14 white spells, 14 blue spells, and 13 black spells, so almost equally divided. So we play 3 plains, 3 islands, 3 swamps, Shambling Vents, the Sunken Hollows, the Prairie streams, the Drowned Catacomb, the Isolated Chapel, the Glacial Fortress, and then 1 copy of these 3 tapped lands here. I don't play the Evolving Wilds anymore because I dropped the Angel there, the one that lets me take things back from my graveyard, Timiria Shepherd, I think it's called. Anyway, no more Evolving Wilds because I don't want to miss a land drop neither. And I only play 24 lands, so it should be enough, because if we check out our curve here, I think this is one of the smoothest curves that I've ever built it. So we start off with 3, go up to 12 immediately, 9, 6, 4, 2. So that's a pretty sweet curve. So we don't, of course, it's a control deck, the more mana the better, but early game we should go quite well. So that's basically the deck, the revamped build of Esper. I hope you guys liked this deck tech video, and I hope you guys join me for the gameplay video. See you there guys, bye bye, have a nice day.